Good morning, friends. This is Nitin Bhone, working as the assistant professor at AISSMS Institute of Information Technology, Pune. Today, we're going to learn about the refrigerator and air conditioning. What is the refrigeration? Refrigerator, the role of refrigerator, working principle of the refrigerator, and the air conditioning. The objective is to study the concept of a refrigeration process, application, refrigerant, vapor compression refrigeration system or cycle, refrigerator, and window air conditioner. Refrigeration. Refrigeration, the process of producing and maintaining the temperature below the temperature of the surrounding is called as a refrigeration. It it is the process of removal of heat from low temperature region and rejecting the same to the surrounding. Here if you see, the high temperature reservoir is called as a source and the low temperature reservoir is called as a sink. So we are rejecting the heat from low temperature to high temperature, and for transferring the heat from low temperature to the high temperature unless and until we do some work. Let Q2 is the heat rejected or is supplied or heat rejected from the low temperature body, and the Q1 is the amount of heat rejected to the surrounding. So according to the coefficient of performance, COP stand for the coefficient of performance for the refrigerator. It is equal to the ratio of desired effect to the work input. So desired effect is nothing but the heat rejected from low temperature, that is Q2, upon work input, that is work supplied for transferring the amount of heat Q1 to the high temperature reservoir. So here Q2 upon the net work input is nothing but the difference between these two, Q1 minus Q2. So this ratio, that is Q2 by W, is equal to Q2 upon Q1 minus Q2. Application and refrigerant. Applications. Refrigeration serves human being throughout their life. Industrial processes, preservation of goods and food, providing comfortable environment. And the types of refrigerant. As you know, in the window air conditioner as well as the refrigerator, the working substance used in the refrigeration process is R12. Again, it is the name of refrigerant depending upon the properties. R22, R134A, ammonia, CO2, methane, propane, butane, ammonia. So these all are the name of the refrigerant. Now we're going to learn about the vapor compression refrigeration system. In vapor compression refrigeration system, the vapor compression refrigeration system is most commonly used method of refrigeration for a refrigerator and air conditioner. In this system, the liquid refrigerant boils in evaporator which at low pressure by absorbing latent heat. The vapors formed are condensed in the condenser which is at high pressure by rejecting latent heat. In this cycle, heat is transferred in the form of sensible heat as well as the latent heat, which gives higher coefficient of performance. In this system, mostly used refrigerant are ammonia, R11, R12 and R22. So these refrigerants are mainly used. The basic element of the vapor compression refrigeration system or the processes, that is evaporator, throttle valve, evaporator, then compressor, condenser, throttle valve and the evaporator. So LPVR means, if you see here, the compressor, that is, this one is the high pressure side, and here this one is the low pressure side. So low pressure vapor refrigerant, that is, it is represented by LPVR, and HPVR, that is high pressure vapor refrigerant. Similarly, this one is the liquid side, that is high pressure liquid refrigerant, and high pressure low pressure liquid refrigerant. So it is again categorized into two, that is high pressure side and the low pressure side. So the main elements: compressor is there, condenser is there, throttle wall, and the evaporator. So what is compression? During the suction stroke of compressor, low pressure vapors in dry state is drawn from the evaporator. Here the temperature and pressure of the vapor increases until the vapor temperature is greater than the condensation temperature. So this is the compression process. Here the compression is take place in the compressor. Then second one is the condensation process. Condensation process, during condensation, high uh, pressure refrigerant vapors enters the condenser, where the cooling medium absorb the heat and convert the vapor into liquid. So here the function is to transform the vapors into liquid. So that process is called as a condensation. Then here throttle, or it is also called as a expansion wall. After condensation, the liquid refrigerant is stored in the receiver. From the receiver, it is passed to the evaporator through throttle valve. So here, through throttle valve, it is passed to the evaporator. This valve reduces the pressure by keeping the enthalpy constant, or this process is called as a throttling process. And here, in the evaporation, or evaporation is carried out in the evaporator. So the net refrigerating effect you will get here in the evaporator. So evaporation, or it is also called as a vaporization. So after expansion, low pressure liquid refrigerant enters in the evaporator. Here if you see, it is enters in the evaporator, where considerable amount of heat is absorbed by it and converted into vapors. This low pressure vapors is sucked by the compressor, and the cycle is again repeated. So after this, the low pressure vapors is again directed into the compressor, and this cycle is repeated. So this is called as a refrigerating space here. So the mainly the evaporator is responsible to get the refrigerating effect. Again, so on the basis of the vapor compression refrigerating cycle, our domestic refrigerator is work. The mainly the components are the same as it is there in the vapor compression refrigeration system. The compression is there. After that, this one is the condenser. Then here there is a receiver. In this, the vapors are liquid refrigerant. Liquid refrigerant is stored in the receiver. Then it is directed into the capillary tube for increasing the velocity, decreasing the pressure, and then it is directed into the evaporator. In the evaporator, again the phase changes take place, and then the low pressure low temperature gaseous state is again sucked in the hermetically sealed compressor, and the cycle is again repeated. So this is how the domestic refrigerator is work on the basis of vapor compression refrigerating system. Then next type of power absorbing devices. So this is power absorbing devices, a domestic refrigerator as well as the window air conditioner. So again, in the window air conditioning, the vapor compression system is again used. If you see here, the same, the compressor is there, condenser is there, throttle wall is there, and the evaporator. The split up window air conditioning, if you see, the evaporator portion is the indoor and others are the outdoor. This one is the hermetically sealed compressor. Then the condenser is there. Then capillary tube, or it is also called as a throttle or the expansion wall, and then it is directed into the evaporator. So here the cooling air, when the refrigerator is compressed, low pressure refrigeration is compressed in the compressor, then it is directed into the condenser. In the condenser, what will happen? In the condenser, the condensation processes take place, the phase changes take place, and the vapor to liquid state of the refrigerant is phase changes take place, and then this liquid state is directed into the capillary tube. In the capillary tube, we are increasing the velocity and decreasing the pressure, and then it is directed into the evaporator. So again, here in the evaporator, you will get the refrigerant gas. So here, the on the same motor, there are two blowers are attached. One is used here just to have the refrigerant or the conditioner air. The fan or the blower which is used on the same motor, there we are running the two blower by using the same motor. One is for the condenser, and to cool the condenser, here you will get the hot air outside it, and here after your refrigerating effect, to have the cooled or the conditioned air to the room, so this blower is used. So this is how the window air conditioner is work. So here if you see the schematic or full view, the inside and outside compressor, exhaust, condenser, outside air is there. There are the blower, two blowers are there, moisture from the air conditioning, humidity air, and here we are the. So window air conditioning, how will you define it? See, window air conditioning or the air conditioning is defined as the simultaneous control of temperature, humidity, that is moisture contained in the air, then motion, it means the circulation of air movement, and the air filtering and clearing of the air within the enclosed space is called as a window air conditioning. Air conditioning is widely used in the industries, offices, hospital, commercial places, and etc. Thank you.